Hi, this is Corey, and I thought I would just show you a quick way that I've organized my rubber stamps. I'm a bit of a Unity addict. I have been a subscriber to their Kit of the Month for about 2 years now, and my stamp collection was growing, and I quickly outgrew my previous stamp storage, so I thought I'd show my new method. My new method consists of a sheet of laminated cardstock, and then I place it inside these zipper pouches. And what I've done is I have taped the packaging that comes on the outside that tells me what's on the inside to the outside, and then when I want to stamp I can just either pull out the whole sheet or I can just pull out the stamp I need. I put them in a series of binders so that I could keep them easier to find, and within the binders I have actually created these tabs from scrapbook paper and using my laminator and my We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch, and I'll show you how to do that now. So to start, I took a piece of cardstock, and it's about 11 3/8 by 11 5/8. I trimmed it down, and I then took a sheet of a piece of laminating pouch and I cut it into strips. And I cut it into strips so that way I just needed to laminate the one edge where you're going to do your hole punching, so that way it stands up to the wear and tear. But unfortunately, laminating pouches are rather flimsy and difficult to trim, so what I did was I actually just shoved in a couple of pieces of paper inside the laminating pouch and then used that to trim them into about 1 3/4 inch strips. It's kind of give or take, it doesn't need to be exact. So I've got my sheet of cardstock, and now that my laminator is warming up, I just basically put this on the one edge, so like this, and you want the lamination to go right to the edge if at all possible. You can always trim it off if it's a little bit off, but that's where I start, and so you can see it's nice and close, and then I just feed it through my laminator. Okay, so now that it's laminated, I'm just going to move the laminator off to the side. So as you can see, I now have this laminated edge, which will give my some reinforcements to where I put the hole punch. And then the next step is to create the tab. Now, I've already got a tab where I've punched out a tab on this sheet, so I want one to go in the middle. Sorry, the next tab over. To do that, I'm going to take my envelope punch and I'm going to line it up at the 3-inch mark right here and punch. And then I'm going to line up my little valley of the one I just punched at the 3-inch mark. And it looks like that. And basically you're going to want to trim off that piece and that piece with your paper trimmer. And I'm going to So now you can see that I've got one that's the tab over, and then I have one that's right here. And if I wanted to, I could keep using the same measurement and just do the same thing, because this one can then be one down here, and this one can be one down here as well. It all just depends on what you need for your binders. And all that's left is to hole punch this and maybe just trim off this little bit of excess here, and I'm good to go.